I'd like to begin by welcoming all of you here today for this year's Community Development Block Grant, or Cdbg, Community Needs Assessment Public Hearing. I'm Krista Lammers from the City of Kalispell. In this most unusual year, I thank all of you for making the time to be with us virtually via Zoom. We're pleased to be able to provide this online meeting format with the ability for the public to attend and provide comments during the meeting. Please use the raise hand feature in the app to let us know you'd like to provide public comment. You will find raise hand under the participants icon. If you are a phone-in listener, you can press *9 to raise your hand and *6 to mute and unmute your phone. I'd like to note that this year's hearing will be recorded and filmed to be aired on Spectrum Government Access Channel 190, as well as the City of Kalispell YouTube page and web page. Cdbg Community Needs Assessment public hearing dates and times are set in accordance with the needs of our community members and organizations, which we have found to be during daytime hours and often ahead of most Cdbg application deadlines. I'd like to thank our community partners who have worked with the City of Kalispell again this year to hold this Cdbg Community Needs Assessment public hearing. Flathead County, Montana West Economic Development, Community Action Partnership of Northwest Montana, NeighborWorks Montana, the Northwest Montana Community Land Trust, Samaritan House, and Kalispell Regional Healthcare. The Community Development Block Grant and Home programs are flexible programs that provide communities with the resources to address a range of unique housing and community development needs. This hearing is considered our annual meeting to identify public needs for Kalispell, Flathead County, and the surrounding community, and complies with state and federal guidelines for such. Funding for these grants comes from the Department of Housing and Urban Development and is allocated to the State of Montana Department of Commerce. City and county government entities are eligible to apply for this very competitive funding source, and often partner with local organizations on community projects to apply for these funds. Organizations interested in Cdbg or home grants should contact the county or city to discuss community projects. Cdbg and home program funding areas include planning, housing, economic development, and public and community facilities. Goals of Cdbg and home programs, according to the State of Montana and its consolidated plan, are to help empower local governments and communities across the state by building the capacity, resiliency, and the resource base necessary to develop strong, vibrant communities and fund projects that principally benefit Montana's low to moderate income households and individuals. This goal can be achieved through providing decent housing, suitable living environments, expanding economic opportunities for the state's low and moderate income residents, all done through maximizing and effectively utilizing available funding resources. The Cdbg and home programs are unique in their principles of local decision-making, flexible use of funds for local needs, citizen participation, leveraging investments through partnerships, and strategic targeting of funds in areas of need. For more information, please visit the State of Montana website. You can also visit the Housing and Urban Development website or contact the City of Kalispell or Flathead County. The State of Montana's Cdbg funding amounts are determined by HUD each year. When funding is received, the Montana Department of Commerce sets application deadlines. Montana's Cdbg and home funds are granted to further the 5 goals of preserving and construction of affordable housing, community planning, improving and sustaining public infrastructure, revitalizing economies, and reducing homelessness. Locally, we've seen Cdbg funding at work in projects like the Flathead Youth Home, the Flathead Valley Community College Heavy Equipment Operator Training Program. Funding was also provided for the Northwest Montana Community Land Trust, and more recently to Flathead County for Fairgrounds ADA improvements. You, as public agencies, community organizations, and community members, join us today so that we may offer our insights into the current needs of our community. With that, I will invite those organizations and community members to speak today. If you would please introduce yourself and, if applicable, your organization. Thank you.
I'm Whitney Ashwald. I'm the grant administrator for Flathead County. Were you wanting everyone to do introductions, Krista, or do you want me to keep
No, you
going?
can go. Yeah, you can go ahead and just each of you go. Introduce yourself when you make your comment.
Okay, great. Like I said, I'm Whitney Ashwald. I work in the commissioner's office for Flathead County. And just as a follow-up to Krista's introduction, I wanted to give you guys some more additional updates on the specific grant deadlines. This past year, both the home program and public facilities grant deadlines were in September, and the planning grant applications were due in October. The economic development grants continue to be accepted on an ongoing open cycle. Cdbg staff is again optimistic Congress will reauthorize the program again this year. So once that funding has been allocated by HUD, the Department of Commerce will set their application deadlines for this upcoming year. So it's just important to continue to watch their website for more information throughout the year. And then probably the most important update I probably have for you guys this year is in regard to a new COVID relief grant through Cdbg. Their staff is currently working on developing the draft grant guidelines right now, but at this point it sounds like it's going to be fairly broad in scope. So it could be used to help provide assistance in managing the impacts of COVID for economic development, affordable housing, or infrastructure type projects. And their staff are hoping to have those draft guidelines out for public comment fairly soon so that the funding could become available sometime this winter. So again, I just encourage you to keep your eyes on their website for updates on when that will be out. One, for public comment on the draft, and then two, when they set that deadline for that additional COVID relief funding. And then I guess my last recommendation would just be to contact either myself or Krista well in advance of any program deadlines if you are interested in applying for funding, just so that we can help work with you through those initial requirements and get through the approval process prior to those grant deadlines. So thank you.
My name is Stephen Walter. I am the loan officer for Montana West Economic Development. Some brief history and some information on the Montana West Economic Development. We are a nonprofit here located in the city of Kalispell, but serve the Flathead and Lincoln counties and surrounding areas as well too. We do have CDBG funds that we oversee and manage. We have one for Flathead County, one for Columbia Falls, and then also a multi-county as well too. As an organization, we look to bring economic growth to the area, help businesses expand, bring on new employees, and look to the future of what they want to do with their organization. We also help with individuals that are looking to start businesses as well. We are one of the area's gap financiers, which we partner with local area credit unions and banks to help assist with this. And then with the funds as well too, we do help those that might not be bankable at the moment that are looking to expand their small business and their companies here in the area.
Thanks, Stephen.
Hi, my name is Chris Krager. I'm the Executive Director of Samaritan House. And Samaritan House, of course, is known as a local homeless shelter, but it's also a transitional housing program, and we have some permanent low-income apartments. And we serve right around 105 people every night on the campus, between 90 and 115, depending on how many kids are in the families. And every year we serve around 1,350 people, 1,450 people with our programs. And transitional housing is a neat thing because it includes case management and working with the clients to kind of set goals and fix homelessness for the client, essentially. It's successful because of that case management element. Samaritan House is also a community housing development organization, a CHODO. We have some things in the works, and I will let Marnie McClary from RCAC, who's on the agenda here in a bit, kind of speak more specifically about that. But it has been noted in a recent study, a housing mapping project that the health department here locally did, that there's a sincere shortage or gap of transitional housing and super affordable housing scenarios for homeless people. And so that's sort of exactly what we're developing and planning and trying to do. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kim Morisaki. I'm the Executive Director of the Northwest Montana Community Land Trust. And the mission of the Land Trust is to provide permanently affordable homeownership opportunities for low and moderate income families in the Flathead Valley and Northwest Montana. We do this by selling modest homes, but holding the underlying property in trust, effectively allowing certain home buyers to purchase the home without incurring the cost of the valuable land underneath. And this also allows for homeowners to accrue the additional benefits of homeownership over time. Our goal is to provide quality, permanent, affordable homes, and Northwest Montana CLT offers homeownership for low and moderate family incomes, and over time maintains or increases the stock of affordable housing in the Flathead Valley. We offer unique options for homeownership and ensure that the land within the city limits is used to improve the greater community. We provide quality, affordable housing to families that earn less than 120% of area median income. The Flathead Valley is the third fastest growing micropolitan in the United States of America. Since 2015, we've been adding 2,000 people annually per year approximately. This year in 2020 with the pandemic, speculation is that we will be adding 3 times that many people this year, could be more. This is in an area where housing was already a very tight situation and property prices were going up very quickly. This new pressure is making it so that it's impossible for the construction community and developers to keep up with demand, which is further putting pressure on prices. So affordable homes and the unique solution that a land trust offers is more important than ever. The history of the Northwest Montana Community Land Trust is that in 2009, the state of Montana was awarded $19.6 million through the Neighborhood Stabilization Program funds under the Division B Title III of the Housing and Economic Recovery Act. The city of Kalispell applied for $4 million of those funds in partnership with Community Action Partnership of Northwest Montana. Facilitated and sold to individuals or families with specific income qualifications. In 2011, the city of Kalispell was awarded an additional $1.5 million for the same purpose, and these funds were used to purchase and redevelop 36 abandoned and foreclosed homes. Since 2012, Northwest Montana Community Land Trust has helped 54 low-income and moderate-income families purchase quality homes through ground lease mechanisms that provide strong home ownership support. The work is based on an affordable housing model that successfully stabilizes communities across the country. The Community Land Trust continues to work in partnership with the City of Columbia Falls and the City of Kalispell, as well as NeighborWorks of Montana. NeighborWorks currently provides homeowner education to all prospective home buyers as part of the CLT home application process. We manage the existing 36 properties and work closely with owners of the single-family homes who pay an affordable monthly lease rate for the land. Based on unprecedented demand for affordable housing of all types, we intend to explore options and study the feasibility of expanding this single-family home model to multifamily homes as well as rental options in the future. These are our long-term plans for the Community Land Trust. In summary, Northwest Montana Community Land Trust appreciates the opportunity to access CDBG funds for feasibility and pursuing additional properties. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kim. Marnie, go ahead.
Okay, yes, I'm Marnie McCleary. I am a project developer with Rural Community Assistance Corporation. And I would just like to reinforce everything that Kim brought forward regarding the Northwest Montana Community Land Trust. Without the support of the City of Kalispell and now the City of Columbia Falls with Home and NSP, which is very, very similar now to CDBG funding, the land trust never would have come to fruition, and its expansion is going to probably be dependent on funds very similar to the NSP, which would come through Community Development Block Grant, I assume. And as I said, we would like to work on expansion, different models within the CLT model, and also furthering our reach into other parts of Northwest Montana. I'm now a current board member of the Land Trust, and I was original staff. I will now jump to Samaritan House. RCAC has awarded the Samaritan House a technical assistance grant that comes through HUD for due diligence for a transitional multifamily housing project. So this project would be targeted to families that have recently become homeless, have been homeless, and are transitioning back into financial independence. We are in the due diligence phase. We have now gone through the RFP process. We have an architect and engineering firm on board. We have the environmental firm on board, geotechnical, et cetera. So we're moving forward to award contracts and also looking forward to a relationship with, well, furthering the relationship that Samaritan House already has with the City of Kalispell and the Planning and Zoning Department, because we will need to have some rezoning. But we will be hopefully looking to partner in the future and maybe submit an application in concert with the city for CDBG funding. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Erica Wardela. I'm a board member for the Northwest Montana Community Land Trust. And I won't belabor the point here, but except to echo Kim Morisaki and Marnie McCleary's comments that we feel that this is an option for people to move from renting to home ownership. It's not a huge program, but it's getting 54 people into homes, and that's important. We hope to expand from the city limits of Kalispell out into the county or the other municipalities. I work for the Northwest Montana Association of Realtors, and so I'm very well acquainted with the immense rise in home prices just in this last year. The median home value for Kalispell at the moment is $365,000, and the median home value, surprisingly, for the city of Columbia Falls is at $390,000. So you can see that home ownership is unattainable for many people, and the model that the Northwest Community Land Trust uses to provide home ownership is unique, and it works well, works across the nation in a variety of methodologies, not only for just residential home ownership, but for commercial and agricultural uses as well. So we would love to have the support of the CDBG grant at some point in the future, and we appreciate your support. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Erica. Do we have any other public comment? All right. Well, thank you everyone for sharing today, for all of your work in our community, and for taking the time to join us at this hearing. I wanted to highlight the diverse aspects of subjects brought forth in the hearing today. This speaks to the diversity of the CDBG program. And CDBG dollars help to leverage other development dollars, which is critical to projects in our community today. The city will be looking to CDBG funding in the future to support the Core Area Plan, also known as the Core and Rail Redevelopment Project, or TIGER project, with the likely reallocation of some CDBG loan funding to be used for the Kalispell Parkline Trail, which is located in 2 low-income census tracts and an opportunity zone. The city also continues development of the downtown plan, including historic architectural review preservation standards and the need for an events venue located within the core and downtown area, as well as housing. In closing, thank you again for attending this year's public hearing. And for those of you interested in finding out more about CDBG and home funding, please visit both the National and State of Montana CDBG websites and contact the city and county regarding potential projects in our community. This hearing serves as a wonderful reminder that when we work together, communicate early and often, we're able to do more good in our community. And I thank you all.